Hi, this is MLT here from The Law of Love. Welcome to this channel. The topic is Jesus and Buddha are not at the same level. So I want to explain in greater details. I was having a conversation with a friend. I'm not going to disclose what they said, but they did make some very unique points, which I agree with the majority of, but I just wanted to show like a perspective shift. So this was my explanation. The significance is in the body. Christ is our body, and we are his. He's the foundation of the world. He's the foundation of the cosmos. He was also slain from before the foundation of the world, before the foundation of the cosmos. He's the spotless lamb and sacrifice. He came through the means of a virgin, a very significant detail. And I pointed that out because a lot of people like to compare Buddha and Jesus being enlightened, and as Buddha strived for peace and enlightenment, they seem to think it equates to he reached this specific type of Christ consciousness or consciousness, so now they're at the same level. So I'm trying to point out, if that was the case, God would not have needed to come through just a female. He could have come as everybody else comes into this world, with a human father and a human mother, but he specifically did not do that, and that was to maintain that purity, that knowing. And let me continue. So that's a significant thing. The Father planting the fullness of himself in seed in her. He did not sin, not at any point during his humanity, as that would defile him and go against his holy, perfect nature. Now, Buddha, he was a great person. However, he was born into the corrupted consciousness, and he did sin, and he went on a journey to walk away from that. Now, as for Jesus, he never sinned, as it would go against his holy, perfect nature. He always knew that. He never had an awakening, because he never lost sight of who he was. He was not born of a corrupted consciousness like we and Buddha were. Have you ever wondered why no one else could claim that they could sacrifice themselves in your place or mine? There is no faith, and there is no religion, and there is no other human who has made that type of statement or can make that statement. Now, have you ever wondered why nobody else did that, or would sacrifice themselves in your place or mine, or in place of all created things? As that is what Jesus said he was going to do and did. Even, let's go and pretend, for example, that Buddha said that he would give himself as the offering for humankind. He'd have to literally be your aspect of divinity, have God experience lived through your body, see life from your perspective, experience life from your perspective, miss the mark, and sin as you and I and all creation sin at any given point in all of our lives. Now, Buddha could not do that. Jesus said we are his body. We are his members. He is one with us, and we are one with him. Jesus said, I'm taking your place by means of a cross, which anyone who does die on a cross is cursed. He planned to curse himself from the beginning. Now, why? However, if he could not be the one with you in mind, soul, spirit, and body, if he could not be one with you in mind, soul, spirit, and body, you could not have went to the cross, and he could not have went to the cross for you. He literally would have died for no reason. Hence, if it was Buddha making the ultimate sacrifice, his offering would have been rejected before God, even though through his enlightenment and self-actualization, he became aware and awakened of the God nature in himself. He would have, number one, been a spot-filled lamb presented with flaws, not the perfection of God. And two, as he is limited to, and I'm speaking about Buddha right now, he would have been a spot-filled lamb. And number two, as he is limited to body and experience, he could not take your place on the cross. And he could not go on the cross with you and suffer with you. What Jesus did and who Jesus is, this is only possible because he truly is the life source of all creation in all things and all things in him. God wanted to redeem his entire creation, that lost sight and did not understand the extent of his love for them. There's only one who revealed the Father perfectly, because only truth can reveal truth. Son in humanity, fullness of God inside and outside of humanity. That is the Christ. All creation, which is why he could endure all of creation's curses legally and legitimately in our place, because he is one with all creation, and all creation is birthed from him. The legal claim of the enemy was made null and void because he is spotless, because he's the spotless lamb, the spotless offering. Although he took our curse upon him, he knew no sin. If he had known sin, it would have made the curse valid, and he would not have risen from the dead. But because he's God, and he is life, and he is light, and he is truth, he will not and could not go against his own nature. There was no sin in him. Now, he always remained in innocence and purity, even with curse on him, with all of our curses on him. Now, the final point, I just said Buddha was just a man. He was a special person, for sure, and he was a seeker, but he's no comparison to the Christ. There's only one who is in unity with all things, and all things are in unity with him, which is the only reason why there is validity with him going to the cross. By him going to the cross and carrying the curse, our curse, we simultaneously went to the cross together with Christ, which is significant because when he died and he rose from the dead, we simultaneously rose from the dead with Christ. So I hope that this brings some clarity and some insight to understand that anybody else who claimed to be these things, it is a falsehood. Jesus Christ truly is the only way, and he is the only one who made the ultimate sacrifice for you, for me, for all created things, to bring everything, to reconcile everything to God. And anything that falls short of that is a strategic deployment of the enemy to deceive you and distract you and keep you missing the mark, keep you living in sin and missing the redemptive act of Christ. Don't let his blood go to waste. God literally shed it all for you. Apply it to your life. Let yourself be saved, because salvation does not come by our enlightenment. I wish Buddha knew that. It does not come from our enlightenment alone. And I hope people going forward will understand that their enlightenment and self-actualization is not the final product. You can attain incredible insight. You truly can. But you still are not saved unless you receive the sacrifice that was made. Because without that sacrifice, you are the sacrifice. And you are an unworthy offering to God because sin is in you. So that curse is valid. So I hope and pray that this message provided clarity and understanding. And yeah, please feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe if you'd like. I know I don't come on that often as I used to. I'm trying to make a better habit to show up more. If you have any comments, please leave them below. In the meantime, God bless and much love.